It is Sunday morning, and I just put out the video on making the shelves that go down to my basement on the wall there, and they slope down with the stairs. I thought that was kind of interesting, and it worked out really well. I'm very pleased with it, and I've got the shelves stocked up, and I like it. It's good. The video, put a straight title on the video. I racked my brains for some sort of clickbaity title, but I couldn't come up with anything that I thought would work. So I just went with something straight, and we'll see. The video won't do well. First of all, it's not a shop project. People ask me, almost constantly, why are you always doing shop projects? Do you ever do anything other than shop projects? Yeah, I do, but when I do, they don't do well. So that'd be one reason to do more shop projects instead. And then even sometimes the shop projects don't do well. Got the bandsaw here. The bandsaw is finished completely, mostly. I still need to build a fence for it, but that's going to be a separate thing altogether. But I had video number 4 done, but I held off on getting it for this weekend, thinking that, my thinking was that I would, instead of putting out a separate single video number 4, I would just incorporate it into a full build video that includes the first 3 parts. So I started editing that instead. Well, I started editing video number 4, but then I changed my mind and I started editing that instead. So that'll come out next weekend, as far as I know. And I'm also leaning towards not having any voiceover in that. Having it completely, just the tool sounds and stuff. To try that out and see how it goes. I know a lot of people love the voiceover. They think they can't track what's going on in the video without the voiceover. But there's no denying that those videos do well. Even the ones that I've put out that don't have any voiceover do well. So, and then, you know what? Making the voiceover is a big pain. Right? And I've already done it for the first 3. So you're not really missing out on too much. You'd be missing, maybe what I'll do, okay, here's what I'm going to do. No, I don't know. I can't make promises. I don't want to make promises anymore that I may not keep. So I'll just shut up about that. I don't know if it was last video, but I talked about getting rid of the gantry. And I did, mostly. The beam is still up there, and the tracks are still on the wall. I don't think I'm going to take down the tracks because they're not really in the way, but the beam has to come down. I occasionally hit that when I'm carrying stuff. Like, for instance, that shelf video that I just put out this morning, you can see some dust raining down on me. So I got rid of that, and I built another one of this type of stand right here that's on wheels. And just a single pole. It's got this very simple thing here. Moves up and down and tilts when you need it. And that's where this camera is right now. Before the thing I had before, I was carrying a lot of equipment on there, and it made sense to have a gantry. Now I just got that camera there, and I've got a recorder in my pocket. Anyway, let's get to the title of the video. I don't actually have one of those knives. I had one back in the 80s, when really there wasn't much of a choice. Because, as soon as these things came out, it was like a no-brainer. Why would you have one of those Stone Age knives when you could have one of these segmented blade knives, with a nice metal insert and a comfortable handle, and you can break off a segment just as easy as that and have a fresh blade section, especially a fresh tip. Like, why would you use one of those old knives? It's just a mystery to me. And then, you got this, and you buy, where is it? You buy a box of blades. Like, this is for the bigger knife, this one here. You can get 2 sizes, right? You can get 3 sizes, you can get a bunch of sizes. I know that there are like 3 sizes for sure. There's big, say Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. But you buy a box of blades, it'll last forever. I think I bought these, oh my God, 10 years ago. 25 blades in there, and I still have probably, 7 or 8. Still in here, lasts forever. And especially the big one is really good. Look at that blade, and it's real sharp. Like I said, it's segmented. You know, I'm not sponsored by this or anything. Don't get that impression, but I just don't understand these things. You see these knives all over the place, and it just makes me scratch my head. I also want to talk briefly about the project that I've got coming up next, and that's a pair of night tables for bedroom. I'm going to be making bedroom furniture in a whole series. There'll be 2 night tables, a bed, and a dresser, all made in the same style and you know, solid wood type stuff. High quality build, but modern. Nothing, you know, overly ornate or fancy. You know, a more modern style. And I'll be starting that this week coming up. I was gonna start it last week, but I got wrapped up in the shelves trying to get those done. Like the shells, I started the shelves thinking I'd just do a little bit at a time, squeezing in here and there. But then I decided, you know, get it done. Get it done, right? Get it done, get it over with, get the video made, get that done, you know, get it all wrapped up and off your plate. Because when you spread things out, it really messes with your, you know, how long it takes you to make the video. So I did everything quickly and I got it done quickly and it's done. So starting the night tables this week, and I think I have another like smaller project in between, because you know, I think the shelves video is not going to do well. That's to put it mildly, and therefore I'll need some. I need some, you know, attractive little project that's going to get, you know, more views. Like I talked recently about trying to maintain a level, you know, instead of focusing on growth. But what I left out is that it can be more difficult to maintain a level and then actually focusing on growth, because, okay, when you put out content that your audience doesn't react to, then YouTube sees that and then they don't push your content, right? And that goes against you. It's very similar to the comparison I made, you know, when I was doing the doors and hardware. I kept that company, that business, a certain level, but to do that, I would have to turn down work occasionally. And when you turn down work, you're giving the opportunity to another business. And then say the people that you're getting work from, general contractor in my instance there, maybe they like those other guys better, right? And you don't get any more work from them. That can happen. So it's like a balancing act, and it can be more difficult to maintain rather than, you know, try to push for growth. So maybe pushing for growth is overall the better strategy. At least if you're not going up, it might be easier to maintain rather than trying to maintain and slowly going down.
Yes, that's your answer. That's your answer to everything. Tattoo it on your forehead. Your revolution is over, Mr. Lebowski. Condolences. The bomb's lost. My advice to you is to do what your parents did. Get a job, sir.